Welcome to Landria on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. I'm going to keep shooting these until the cows come home. Who are the cows? All of us seeking a better life, trying to create the lives we want, struggling and suffering for no really good reason if you really truly understand why we're here and what these challenges represent. I know there's pain. I've been there. We all have to go through that. Why? Think about this. Why do we come to a planet with everything available to us, yet we're in pain and struggling? Everything that has been created here is totally coming from us as a species. All of it. All of it. So when we are giving to others, when we are sharing the abundance, when we are helping those that need it, and most of all, taking control of our own reality. You see, we're all given the gift of creating our own reality so that we can learn from it. This is when you battle that. This is when things don't start to go your way. When you go into these situations and there's a whole, group of people out there that agree that those negative things should never happen. We shouldn't have all these things. And I agree with that. It shouldn't, because we should be able at this point to make these choices for ourselves as a collective to never allow certain things to happen. And when we're all raising our frequency, they won't. Nobody will be on that level of inflicting pain on others, doing some of the things that we do as a species. That's so negative. That's absolutely true. So what happens within the individual that isn't taking us to that place? Well, I believe we are going to that place. I really do. What's happening is we have individual choice, and we're still not, as individuals, believing that we get to create our own reality. And I do most of my videos. Belief is manifesting. Manifesting is belief. How to manifest in 3 seconds. And then when you refocus, you saw my 3-second manifesting. That absolutely can work for you. But without the belief, you'll still struggle. You'll still find yourself going back to the negative thought. But you keep correcting it, and you actually reprogram yourself when you grasp the idea that, wow, I didn't even realize I was going to those negative thoughts. I need to really be conscious of what I'm thinking of, because that is manifesting. So people say, well, I'm going to work on manifesting. You're always manifesting. It never stops. It's 24/7. That's what you're doing. You are the universe, continually, intelligently acting, orchestrating, placing your order. Your order is your thoughts, but not just your thoughts. So we can change that thought pattern with a 3-second manifesting. And when you do that exercise, by the way, yes, we start with 10 seconds, we end up going to 3. That's why it says 3 seconds, and in the beginning I say 10. I realize, gosh, it doesn't take 10 seconds. It takes really a split second if you can switch over. I gave you an extra 2 seconds to catch yourself. When you switch your thinking over, you realize how many negative thoughts you are placing into the universe. But here is the question. What's behind the negative thought? People say, ask me, why do we constantly go to the negative thought automatically? And it is frustrating. So the question is why we as a collective are sharing that negative energy in addition to the positive and all the wonderful things out there. So if you're picking up on this, you have to take individual responsibility to change that thought. Not all of those are 100% yours, because if you're picking up on negative energy, you get the choice as to what you do with that. If you go into the negative space and believe the negativity, or if you say, I don't even want to look at that, because that focus is now manifesting that. Remember, the wave particle, it's probably much more complex than we even know. But let's work with that. The wave is a possibility, of which everything is. And through just our focus, just our attention, just our thought on one thing, it starts to manifest into a particle. That's why constant focus starts to bring it into your reality. When you manifest, when you meditate, to manifest something you desire, and then you leave and then you go on the rest of your day and those negative thoughts are coming in, that focus is now more concentrated on the negative. Is this making sense? So you are always orchestrating everything that's going on. Somebody just said they had an operation and it went bad. Can they heal themselves? Of course we can heal ourselves. We have the ability to do anything. The question is, should you? Do you want to? What's stopping you? Why didn't the operation go well? Is there something you're supposed to learn from it? This is the part we battle. We do not see the value in anything that isn't what we desire at this moment, yet we're the same energy creating the negative situation. But it's really not negative. When you start to see things differently, your life will completely change. And so many of us, you're struggling to get to this place, and I'm trying to show you that you don't have to struggle. When you see that undesirable situation differently, it now becomes something beautiful, and you're grateful for it, and you don't have to keep sitting in that negative space to learn something. You're not fighting anymore. You're going, okay, I give up. What am I supposed to learn from this? What am I doing to myself to stay in there? What am I having to believe? Ask yourself, what do I have to believe to be in that situation? Maybe lack of self-worth. Maybe I've given up on my dreams. Maybe I've believed the garbage. Maybe I'm exposing myself to negativity and I have an image of this planet that is just not real. It'll be real to you if you believe it. So you guys can sit and argue with each other all you want about how things are. And it's all true, all of it. If you think the world's rotten, the world's rotten. Live in that world. If you think it's a beautiful place and that everything's a gift, that is the world you will live in. And then your frequency will raise and you are going to connect to all things that say yes, yes, abundance, gifts. Oh, here's a challenge. The challenge is an opportunity for me to raise my frequency once again. What am I doing? What do I need to change? And the universe will always trigger something like, here's something else you need to work on. It shows up. Why? Because we're supposed to be raising our frequency constantly. And when you keep doing that, you'll get residual lessons along the way. Why? Because you're requesting to go to a higher frequency, and so the universe is working with you to get you there. You're still doing it. There's there's nobody on the other side going, you think you're all that? Boom. No, it's you doing it. It's like, okay, I'm requesting to be on this higher frequency, to go in abundance. In order to do that, I still have things I have to let go. Oops, and it gets put in your face. But what we do as a human species is we say, oh, no, that's not right. I want to be here. I don't want that. Well, that is you. That is you. That energy and what's happening over here is you. That's all of the whatever that you need to look at, value, see it differently. Work through it. Fight nothing. So somebody said, I chose the wrong parents. That's impossible. There is never a mistake. You're always making the right choices for you at that moment because that's where you are. That's where you are mentally, emotionally, in your belief systems. That's where you are at that moment, and that will be the right decision. If it takes you back down into a negative place to keep learning, then that's where you need to be to get out of it. So if you are done feeling bad, looking at everything as negative, and then I get these long stories. I can't do it, guys. I'm going to have to shut that down, by the way, because I get people that just send me pages and pages of their problems, and the answer is always the same. You wield the control. Why are you telling me this? I give you a video a day. I'm not going to tell you any more. You could go through my lessons. I have e-courses that at some point will be out. And then I'll have advanced courses. And then we'll take you through steps, give you exercises. But you'll still always be the one in control. I can't do that for you. You really do wield that control. When are you going to accept it? I am. There is only one energy. So we're going to do some more videos, and I'm going to give you more. We're going to work on exercises to help you work on it. Not me do anything. I've got my own power that I connect to, that I understand. And I'm still always working on stuff because we're humans. We're not going to be some angelic creatures around. When we do that, we'll go to the other side. That's great. Until then, we got work to do here. So understand that I'm always doing everything. Take responsibility. Somebody said, wow. When they took responsibility, they stopped resenting what had happened to them and started embracing it and going, I did that. Wow, not only am I taking responsibility, so I'll stop blaming everybody and now I can thank them for participating in it all. I attracted it. I welcomed it. It was part of my lessons. It's all positive, even though it's a little bit painful. And now that means I get to choose everything else. So it empowers you to say, if I was doing all that, then I can do all this. And you can. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.